All right. So there we go. Hey, everyone. This is Kevin, the Apptrepreneur, with the ruler of the domain, the one who makes all the rules, the one that I go to get permission for everything, including actually doing this show. Master. Actually, it's Katie. She actually enjoyed being part of the last live stream so much that she decided that she would like to be part of this one. And it's like, this one seems like a good one to actually have her a part of, because this is going to be kind of a fun one. Now, one of the things that we did this afternoon was we decided to clean out my vehicle. Yes. And why are we cleaning out the vehicle? Well, it's certainly not because I want to be tidy or anything. I think trash adds an immense amount of personality to a vehicle. Wouldn't you agree, honey?
Mm-hmm. No.
Took a minute to figure out what I just said. Didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So no, we're cleaning out old Betsy, whatever we want to call her, because I'll be selling my little Corolla. 2010 Corolla. It has been a good car for I don't know how many years now, more than 8. It's just really crazy. Hey, Ariel, how are you doing? So we spent the afternoon cleaning out the car. And the thing is, I don't know how many of you have really cleaned out cars where it's like you're basically taking as much stuff out because you're planning to sell it. So you're going through the glove compartments, you're going underneath the seat, you're going deep into the trunk. However, we did that, and some of the stuff we found, I mean, it's like you can't help but laugh at like how long has that been there, and you remember the stories behind it. We got like a box of stuff that I think we can share. I'm obviously not going to share every little bitty thing that we pulled out of the car, but I decided, you know what, I would share some of the things that we found in the vehicle that just kind of made me go, huh, I remember that, or, oh, so that's what happened to that. The first thing, which is rideshare related, actually, is anyone remember Sidecar? If you do remember Sidecar, here's a Sidecar decal. I mean, I know the light's making it kind of hard to see, but this is what the Sidecar logo looked like. I signed up for Sidecar, was approved to drive for Sidecar, and Sidecar did not survive. Out of the casualties of the rideshare gig economy thing, Sidecar was the first thing to get away. You don't even remember Sidecar, do you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Sidecar, the big thing was that they let you name your own rates. There was a floor rate that would be charged people. However, the thing is, you could actually choose to charge more than the base rate if you wanted to. So basically, you were truly an independent contractor with Sidecar. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that was that basically people didn't want competitive drivers. They just wanted to pay the lowest price possible. So a bunch of riders would basically say, yeah, thanks, no thanks. We're going to go to Uber or Lyft. We recognize their name. We recognize their brand. The price is the same all the time. The rates are 60 cents a mile, whatever it was. Actually, it was quite a bit more because this was like 5 years ago. But yeah, so Sidecar did not last very long in this world. And all I have to remember them by is this little, window sticker that clearly was never put onto the car. Now, another thing that I found, this was like a weird thing to find in the car. It's like one of those things where you kind of remember like, oh, was that a thing? We found a Bridget Jones's Baby fanny pack from Cinemark. I think you got this free if you went to see Bridget Jones's Baby, which I guess I did see at some point. You weren't with me at the time. And yeah, so they sent me this free little fanny pack. It's not a particularly well-made thing, and you can see the ink is kind of, smudging and all that jazz. But found it in the trunk, and it was like, oh my gosh, that was a thing that happened. I saw that movie. I guess I got this thing at one point. And and now it's junk.
Yep.
And it's just going to stay there the whole night.
No, it's going in the trash.
Okay, well, you can put it in the trash, honey. I exerted all my energy to throw it. So, anyway. So, yeah. Bridget Jones thing. Now, here's another one. It's kind of a shame that Ryan's not here. He would probably appreciate this. So, I used to work at Disneyland, and this has been in my glove compartment for a long time. But I used to work at the Golden Vine Winery, which is a trattoria in Disney's California Adventure. And for my birthday, the leads and the managers gave me a gift certificate that would enjoy 1 complimentary adult entree and non-alcoholic beverage on us. Does not include World of Color prefix, non-alcoholic bar beverages, or gratuity. Please give this certificate to a lead/manager to redeem. Now, I haven't gotten rid of this, and this has got to be like 8 years old. I'm conflicted on this one because I'm kind of curious to go to California Adventure and see if they'll still redeem it. Because you hear stories of like Disney honoring things that are decades old. Like someone has like a free entrance ticket for Disneyland, and it's from 1972, and Disney still accepts it. Now, what's different about this is Disney's name is not on it. It's not on it. I haven't worked there for a while. Basically, the only way this would work is if someone, a lead or a manager who worked there, still worked there. Now, one of the managers I know does still work at California Adventure, David Rodriguez. He's now running the that Carthay Circle restaurant, the one where they sell duck. She doesn't like the idea of eating duck. So, I mean, I could probably ask him if he would redeem this, but I don't think he likes me very much. Oh. So, I don't know. I've not been able to bring myself to throw this away, but I'm kind of curious if I ever tried to redeem it, would they actually accept it? Another thing that was found, this was like a freebie. I remember when I saw Mr. Peabody and Sherman in IMAX 3D, and they gave a pair of Mr. Peabody glasses that you could wear. Now, these aren't real glasses. They're just they just make you look well, incredibly torquey now that I'm looking at myself. But yeah, so those are for Mr. Peabody. Here you go, honey. Honey, I'm sure you'll make them look good. Yeah, that kind of hot. Kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Maybe you can wear these later when we play tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, other glasses that we found. Back when 3D was still kind of a big deal, for some big release movies, they would encourage you to pay extra to see the 3D version by giving you a movie-themed pair of glasses if you pay extra money to see it in 3D. Thus, when Star Wars The Force Awakens opened, they gave out one of 4 designs of 3D glasses. It's not a stormtrooper, but it's one of the First Order soldiers. So these the unfortunate thing about these stylized 3D glasses, they do work, and that is a 3D TV. These will work if we watch a 3D movie, but this is actually not very comfortable because it's more about the aesthetics and the practicality of having such a thing. But yeah, you make it look good. But you make it look good. Not as good as the Mr. Peabody glasses, but still make it look good. All right. So another thing, this one's going to be really embarrassing to show. I'm actually almost glad that there's almost nobody watching right now, because this is going to be very embarrassing. But the best way when I was doing Uber, and if you're still doing rideshare and DoorDash, you should always write down the miles. I would write down my miles in a book, and so I bought a Sailor Moon manga notebook, and I would write down the miles that I would drive, so that but this was clearly no one ever saw this. I kept it in the thing. I completely forgot I had this. I spent $5 on it. So yeah, Sailor Moon manga diary, what I use to track all my gig economy miles. Did you guys go to the Avengers training camp when you were in Vegas? No, it was not really open to the extent that we wanted it to be open. So, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. All right, so what else did we find in there? We'll save that for later. Well, we found a bunch of old cards. Now, it's always funny because, I found tons of old debit cards and rewards cards, Albertsons, things like that. But sometimes you see old, cards and you almost get like a ping of nostalgia because of what they actually are. So, like, for example, one of them, a Disneyland annual pass. They don't even do this anymore. So this is what it looked like when they discontinued it. And, the sad thing is this is in great condition. It's almost brand new. So, that makes you a little sad knowing that's not there anymore. Also, a Dimple Records card. Dimple Records was huge in Sacramento, Roseville, Citrus Heights, Almonte, I think. But Dimple Records recently, they shut down all but one of their stores, and that one store that they kept around was renamed The Cave or something like that in Folsom. So this does not do anything anymore, but for the memories, it's nice to have. Also, for those of you who might have remembered, at the little mall across the street from Disneyland, there used to be an Ultra Star Cinema. An Ultra Star Cinema. It was a movie theater, and they shut it down, and then they ended up putting a bar there or something. Interestingly, later on, a few years after that, AMC did build a new movie theater in I think it's called the Garden Walk or something. It's across the street from Disneyland. And it's a shame that they didn't get there a little bit sooner because the Ultra Star had like an IMAX and everything in there, and that would have made like a logical extension for AMC to just take that over. But yeah, Ultra Star, I don't know if they're still in Vegas or Reno or wherever, but they're no longer in California. And then, I do not know how this even got there, but like my American River College student card from the Los Rios Community College District, ARC. This is from fall 2007. Look at how young I was there. This is really faded. Really faded. You can barely see it, actually. But, yep, there I was. Young little Kevin getting his degree in journalism. So, oh, yeah.
It's going in my wallet.
No, it's not. It's going to the trash. We don't need it anymore.
But you're so cute.
Yeah. Actually, a real funny thing is, if you look really closely, I'm actually wearing an Inuyasha necklace.
Oh, cool.
In that I had gotten the Inuyasha DVD that came with the necklace, so I was wearing it at the time I took that picture. Yeah, we'll figure out a place for that, I suppose. Another thing that... Some of the things and by the way, for the record, these are not going to get drink. Unless someone wants to donate like $100, I do not want to risk even trying. But I found a couple old sodas in the car. I found the discontinued Pepsi Fire, which was basically a cinnamon flavored Pepsi. I bought two. I remember drinking half of one, not liking it at all. And I guess I must have forgotten to take it out of the trunk because this was still there. Now, one that I did like was Sprite Tropical Mix. When I found out that they discontinued it, I went to like 7-Elevens and I bought as many of them as possible. But one of them must have escaped my view because here it is. And as you can see, they're warped because of the heat and everything. These probably do not taste good anymore. But you know what? Who knows? If there's enough demand for it, maybe we'll do a taste test to see if those things still taste good. You're going to have a rough night that night taking care of me. Also, what we found in there, found a bunch of old pins. From when I worked at Disney, I collected a lot of pins. So I guess I'll just go through a lot of these and just kind of explain what they are. First of all, we have a Big Thunder Railroad pin, which has like Mickey, Donald, and Goofy there, and they're like like the train actually moves on this pin. We have a On the Record pin, which is from a Broadway show that they did. We have National Boss Day and the World of Color. This one, the colors are unfortunately kind of fading a little. We have Savor the Flavor for Clean Air, a Ratatouille pin. This one's a fun one, ABC, because I actually went to the ABC studios and bought an ABC pin. That one's actually kind of rare, if you can believe it or not. We have a Honey, I Shrunk the Audience pin, an attraction that is no longer at the theme park. Now, this one's interesting. This is a, I know you can't read it, so it's like, this is a pin that shows Mickey being blown away by wind, and it says, "Nothing can stop us from delivering the magic, not even Hurricane Shanley, Francis, or Jeannie." 2004, there were a few hurricanes that year in Florida, and I guess Disney just made a pin in memory of that. We had this interesting Disneyland castle pin that's gold, and that's why I have it. And 2010 cast member year. That's the first year I was a cast member at Disneyland. So there were those. Now, the other pins are, I don't think they're as impressive, but they have sentimental value for other reasons. Like basically some of these are like really off kilter. Like first of all, you had this I think this was an Iron Man pin. This was an Iron Man pin. And hey Lance, how you doing? Sorry we didn't get together while we were in Vegas. We ended up leaving a lot earlier Sunday than we had anticipated. So sorry about that. But this was what an Iron Man pin, I believe, was. You have this Walt Disney World Survey marketer pin. You have a 2010 pin with Dale. I don't know exactly what this is for. It's just green. You have a pin from the Walt Disney Travel Company. Then you have a 35th anniversary edition for Walt Disney World. We have a Disney Animal Kingdom pin. I think this was close to the opening day. And then on the other side, we have a 2013 Mickey Mouse pin. Then we have an Aladdin pin. Now, the only reason, and a Kermit the Frog Mickey ears, and the reason I don't get rid of these ones is because my friend Pete Finn, who actually is in public office in New York now, so so he definitely made something of himself. He gave them to me a long time ago. So we have a Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark pin. This is from the Broadway musical that lasted for a little while. I actually did go to see Spider-Man in Broadway, so there you go. Oh, thank you for understanding. And we have an Experience Schweitzer Falls, the backside of water pin. I don't know the story behind that one, but yeah, those are various Disney pins. Now I also have like a box of other pins, and maybe on my other channel I'll do a special video where I just show all the pins and we discuss them. There's some interesting ones there, Club 33, all that jazz. Now the final thing I want to show you, I think this is the final thing anyway. Yeah, I think this is the final thing. You guys will probably laugh. This is going to be a true blast to the past. It's not charged, so although maybe we could charge it and then show what it looks like, but my old, oh my gosh, when I was doing Lyft, this thing is still being used by Lyft today, folks. You turn it on and it syncs with the app, and someone calls it a ride for you, and it turns into the color that they're looking for. This thing has seen some better days. It's got some scuffs on it now. It's been in my glove compartment for 5 years. You can't, if you press the button, it won't turn on. It's not charged. I kind of wish I had charged it to see if it actually still worked. In fact, honey, do you want to go grab that pink charger?
Yeah. Real
quick, we can just see if this actually still works. But yeah, this is one of the first things that Lyft did to differentiate themselves from Uber. It made passengers finding you a heck of a lot easier. It also helped you identify your passengers. Now, Uber tried it with their own little light thing, but it didn't really catch on. And so I don't even know what Uber's doing with that anymore. I think they've got like a say your name campaign instead of using something like this. But, you know, there you go. Hey, Stanley, how you doing? So we're going to find out if this thing still works when she comes back with the pink. Yeah, there you go. The pink charger. So let's plug this in up here to the computer. Let's try this. Oh my gosh, there it is. It works.
Wow.
And on the back, I believe, let's see what it says on the back. It usually says something. Well, when you log into the app, it would say like, hello, Kevin. And there it is, the purplish pink. Still works. Still works. Not that that really means much because I'm not doing Uber these or Lyft these days. But yeah, it's nice that it still works. By the way, do not sell these on eBay. Predators buy them all the time. Don't do it. So anyway, yeah, that was just some of the stuff that we found cleaning out the car. It's cleaning out the car is always like an interesting thing when you really clean it out. It's like, yeah, you're happy to have it cleaned out and get a bunch of junk thrown away, but then you find these little memories, these little memories of you from years past still there that you had somehow forgotten. And I mean, technically speaking, all of this stuff, especially like, you know, outdated sodas that they don't make anymore that you clearly can't drink unless someone gives a big enough super chat, it's junk. It really is just junk. It should probably just throw all of it away. And yet it's, you know, you put it in a little box, you make a video, and it's like, hey, it's a little box of memories. It's a little box of memories. There's a lot of my history in that box. And now I'm going to miss the car. I mean, what we're doing, we are going to sell the Corolla. We've just kind of decided that, you know what, we don't need two cars right now. We're going to be one car family for at least several months, and then we will buy a Prius. And then once the Prius is paid off, then we will sell her car and get her a fully electric vehicle. What do you do now? Now, YouTube, writing for various online publications, stuff like that, playing PlayStation and Xbox, just kind of doing what I want to do now these days. So anyway, folks, I guess that's all we have for this one, and there have not been a lot of questions, so I guess we're going to end it there. Going to maybe get some dinner or something like that. But anyway, thank you all for joining us and watching this. We would like to know what have you found when you cleaned out your cars. Did you find things that just kind of made your heart kind of skip a little as you remembered where that came from? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.